I am Vaishali, a part of the business development team of Flightbase. I'll be hosting today's webinar, and we will also walk you through some of the exciting modules as we move forward. Along with me, I have Nitin. Nitin is the founder and CEO of Flightbase Inc. He is a graduate from IIT Bombay, and he received his master's in aerospace engineering from University of Maryland, College Park, USA. He has over 15 years of experience in the automation and aerial robotics industry and has been an invited speaker at various drone industry forums, including AUVSI, Exponential, Interdrone, and Commercial UAV Expo. Nitin founded Flightbase about 4 years ago to build intelligent software products for automated commercial drones. Flightbase is now a team of experts in automation, software engineering, design, and AI. Flightbase has won a number of recognitions for its innovation and world-class products, including the Grand Champion Award at the NTT Data Global's Innovation Contest in 2019. Flightbase's products are used by over 10,000 users across 125 plus countries. So welcome, Nitin. And I would now request Nitin to take over from here.
Thank you, Vaishali. It is a pleasure to join this webinar and welcome everyone. We'll be talking about various components that are essential for creating the security automated solutions using drones. Let's move to the next slide, please. Thanks. So the outline of today's webinar will be, we'll talk about drone automation and security, and then we'll get into the essential components, which are the hardware, software. We'll particularly be focusing on the software components. So there are a number of software modules that have become very essential in order to automate such security operations. Then we'll have a session for question and answers from the audience, and then we'll have some polls. So talking about security operations, the key components for any deployment, for a fully automated deployment are, of course, the drone hardware. That is our first component listed on the left side. The component in the middle is a drone in a box solution. So this is something which has become a reality, or it has started gaining traction recently. There are now a number of players who have built and designed very reliable, good docking stations, and they are gradually gaining mainstream adoption. And the final component is a software automation piece. So this is the piece which orchestrates everything. So this is going to automate the drone, the flight of the drone, the managing the docking station, as well as a number of modules that we will discuss in this webinar. So moving forward. So the first component is our reliable drone hardware. Now for security operations, typically, what is of interest is that there is a good quality camera that we are able to move anywhere, to any vantage point and get the data from there. This could be a regular RGB camera, or it could be a thermal camera. It could have high zoom and other capabilities depending on the particular use case. So now there are various hardware options that are easily available in the market. Of course, DJI is the big player in the industry with more than 70% of market share, and they have a huge range of drones, right from Mavic Mini, which is one of the smallest drones available, which is suitable for such an application, all the way to Matrix series of drones, which are industrial grade drones with IP rating and so on. So depending on the use case, the users are able to pick any of the hardware options from this wide range of drones available from DJI. There is also drones from Parrot. So NFE is another good drone suitable for many security applications, which is available at a reasonable price point. And of course, there are open source or various other drone platforms available in the industry today, which are based on PX4 or Ardu Pilot. Those are the most common autopilot platforms which these drones are built on. So what is interesting is that it has now become possible for a security operator to pick a drone based on what is best suited for their application out of these wide range of drone hardware options that are in the market. So moving forward, the next important component for a automated security solution is a low cost or a reliable, easily available docking station. So this is something which was a missing piece for last several years, and this is the direction that we have been working on, that how can we put everything together. And we have been working hard to find the right partners to make these docking stations available, and it is only recently that we have begun to see a lot of success in this area. So moving to the next slide. So these are some of the docking stations that are today available. The first one that you see here is from Haisha. It's called Haisha D-Nest. This is a company based out of China. The second one that you see is SkyCharge from Skyport, Germany. The third one is from AirScott in Israel. The fourth one is from US. It's called Hextratronics. And in our last webinar, if you joined us, you've seen this system in operation, how this works, and how it is able to do battery swaps and so on. The next one is Foxit from South Africa. So these are just 5 of the options. We are actively working with more partners, adding more systems to the list, because this is going to be a huge opportunity, huge industry, and one solution will not fit all the requirements. So each of these solutions has their own USPs, own strong points, and depending on the application, one system may be suitable for you versus the other. And we are happy to help you in that selection and making sure that you are able to find and pick the right solution for your requirements. Moving ahead. The next piece, as we discussed in the previous slide, is the cloud and edge software, that is the intelligent software piece. Now this is where everything comes together. So we have the drone, we have the docking station, but how do we make it intelligent? How do we really get it to work for a security application? So a lot of magic happens in software, and this is going to be the primary focus of this webinar, that how are these pieces configured and what kind of features and capabilities are essential in order to create a successful automated security operation. Next slide, please. So here is an overview of the various modules. So what you see here on the right are navigation telemetry videos. These are the APIs that are available, and using these APIs, the blocks that you see on the top, so those are the complete dashboards or complete workflow which is required for running a security operation. On the left hand side, you see some edge modules. We will also be talking about these as we go along. And then finally, of course, documentation, support, simulator, and various other pieces that are essential in order to build a successful complete deployment. So going forward, I'll request Vaishali to help us go through some of these important elements in software and help us understand why these are critical for security.
Yes, so thank you, Nitin. Before I begin, I would just want to run a quick poll, and let me just launch it. So we would like to understand from the audience that what are the verticals that they are currently operating in, and if you are already conducting any drone-based security operations. So we'll wait for a couple of seconds, around 30 seconds before we end it. All right, I'm going to end the poll now. And let me share the results. So yes, from the results, we understand that most of the people are right now working in security and surveillance only. And a significant amount of people, around 42% of people are working or conducting drone-based security operations. However, for the people who are not, this is we would be able to demonstrate the functionalities that you can perform via drones through a complete automated software. So let me begin. The first key component or prerequisite of a scalable solution is the ability to add a fleet of drones and manage them remotely. So this is one video that demonstrates the same. You can add multiple drones, so you can register unlimited number of drones to the platform, and you will also be able to view the live telemetry of the drone video or the drone that is currently flying. And FlightNow is a drone agnostic platform, so you will be able to add DJI drones, off the shelf drones like DJI, as well as drones that are built on PX4 or ArduPilot firmware. The second core primary component is for situational awareness is live video streaming. So real-time drone video feed relayed back to the security station and remote headquarters can accelerate the entire incident response process. So I will again play a quick video as to how you can perform or capture live video feed on FlightNow. As you can see the FlightNow dashboard, and on the right you can see the small screen with the video. You can zoom it out in a cockpit view where you can even control the gimbal and again view the live telemetry. The third piece under live video feed is the ability to view thermal camera video feed as well. This video demonstrates the same. So right now you can see an optical video feed, and on the right you can see several palettes where you will be able to configure between IR and MSX and different other palettes to enhance visibility during your nighttime operations for security. So this is a quick snippet of how you can also view live video, thermal video feed. The fourth component is the multicam video feed. So not only will you be able to deploy a fleet of drones, but simultaneously view multiple video feeds on the same screen. The fourth or the fifth component of video feed is that you'd also be able to share the video feed with multiple users. So for example, you would be able to enter or add their email ID, and by just clicking in the video feed that you would like to share, they would get an invite on their email IDs. So you can just go back to the email and view the operation by entering the 4-digit PIN that was shared with you. So this gives you a secure access to the video feed without having the control of the primary dashboard. So you will be able to see the live telemetry as well as the video feed from the drone. Apart from the ability to share the video feed, you will also be able to record the video that you've been acquiring or the drone is capturing. So you will be able to also store them or retrieve them on a video gallery, where you can further download the video for critical missions and events and playback when you require them. So these are some pre-flight checklists that you will also be able to configure on the dashboard, and this will allow you to perform all the SOPs with regards to the SOPs that you have in your geography. You will be able to conduct the drone missions accordingly. The fifth component is geofences. So if you would want to configure a geofence, you would be able to do so from the FlightNow dashboard to prevent the drone from flying away or flying off from the boundary that you set. And before the drone takes off, you will be able to assign the pre-flight checklist as well. The sixth primary component is a mission planner. So this is a very critical component, and the ability to pre-program missions are a key to conduct automated patrols for perimeter security. So there are various options that we provide under mission planning, and I will cover each of them. The first one is waypoint mission planning. So here you can see you would be able to create a simple waypoint mission. You can just enter a mission name. You will be able to set the speed as well as the finish action, or how do you want to end the mission. So if you want the drone to return back to home, you'd be able to configure them and create the mission. Apart from the ability to create missions, you will also be able to send the drone on demand to a particular location. So like you can see, you can go to this go to location feature on the FlightNow dashboard, where just by clicking on it, you can enter the latitude, longitude, the speed at which you want the drone to fly to, and the altitude at which you want again the drone to fly to. Or you can just simply click on the map and the drone will conduct a mission and go to that particular location. Another key feature that we provide, and this is very primary for conducting pre-scheduled patrol missions. So it is called the automated mission scheduler, where you get a complete calendar view, and on this calendar you would be able to schedule multiple missions. So if you want a 6 a.m. Morning check that has to be conducted on a regular basis, you will be able to configure them on this particular pop-up or window. And you'll get to see a complete synopsis of all the missions that you have sort of scheduled. And before the mission is scheduled, you'll also get a notification. Another primary component is that we provide multiple payload integrations. So for example, if you're using a DJI drone, which has the payloads such as the loudspeaker, or sorry for the audio. So you will be able to configure the various loudspeaker and other payloads on the dashboard. You can play back an instant audio or record one from beforehand and play it when alerts are raised. The next is Spotlight. This is another payload that DJI provides. So you will be able to configure the Spotlight as well as control the brightness. So like you can see on the dashboard, you can increase, decrease the brightness. And in case you want to configure this, this is also possible on FlightNow. Another critical piece of the entire FlightNow software is the ability to precisely land onto a docking station or a charging pad. So right from the FlightNow dashboard, you would be able to conduct a complete automated mission where drone takes off, and then once the mission is over, as a finished action, it will precisely land onto a docking pad. Or you would also be able to manually trigger it by clicking on the button. Another critical safety feature are the fail safes. So like you can see, you would be able to configure various fail safes with regards to internet connectivity or the drone hardware itself. In case there is a low battery that has been triggered, you can perform multiple actions depending on what you configure. So you can ask the drone to land or return to home. Even if there is an internet connectivity loss, you would also be able to configure the same and perform various actions. You can even ask the drone to hover until it gains internet connectivity for around 30 seconds. Moving on to key integrations, I would request Nitin to again take up this particular section.
Thanks, Vaishali. So we will be now talking about some of the integrations that are available with FlightNow. And this is something that we have learned by working with a lot of customers, and now we like to share those learnings with you. So let's move to the next slide. So the first one is, of course, docking station integration that we spoke about earlier, and we already have various partners in different parts of the world, and depending on the kind of solution or kind of system that you are building, we will be able to help you find the right partner for docking station. So these docking stations are quite tightly integrated with FlightNow, where you can not only open and close the box, but you can also initiate charging, stop charging, monitor the status of charging, monitor the temperature inside the box. If it has an air conditioning unit, you will be able to control or set the temperature of the box. And in some cases, there is also a weather station that is available with the box in order to monitor the ambient weather conditions. So all those parameters are also visible in the FlightNow dashboard. So it is quite a tight integration where all these parameters are available. And as Vaishali said, the precision landing part, so that is another important piece where we will be able to help you make sure that your drone precisely lands on the docking station if you're using that precision landing capability. So moving to the next slide. For security operations, another important component is integration with a VMS. So there are a number of VMS solution providers, and if you're already using a large number of CCTV cameras, other alarms and other equipment for security, you probably would be using Milestone or Access, Genetec, or one of these VMS solutions. And using our APIs, we are able to now help you with integrating FlightNow capabilities inside your VMS solution. So one of the most common VMS solutions that is used by several of our customers is Milestone, and we have already built integrations where you are able to get your live video in Milestone. So that is an example of getting a live video in the Milestone. There are now also additional capabilities where you can send the drone to a particular location or view the telemetry data live from the drone inside your VMS. So that becomes like your aerial camera, which is integrated with the rest of your security systems. Moving to the next slide. Another important feature that we often discuss with our customers is UTM integration. So as soon as you start deploying automated solutions, you would need to make sure that everything is compliant. And depending on your geography, depending on your region, you will have to figure out what is the UTM system available for that region. And sometimes these systems also have capability to automatically generate the permission requests, get the permissions before you launch your missions. So these are some of the popular UTM solutions that are available in the market today, and we are able to integrate with any of these using our APIs.
So we would like to launch a quick poll. This is to understand whether you're currently using any UTM system, as well as if you're using any VMS system for your current security operations. All right, so I'm going to end the poll right now. As the results speak, so most of the current viewers are not using any UTM platform, and AirMap is another popular one among the platform providers that are available. And as for VMS, again, most of the people are not currently using the VMS system, and 13% of the people are using Milestone.
Thanks, Vaishali. Let's move ahead. So the next piece that becomes very important for most security operations is integration with AI and ML technology in order to detect people, in order to detect leakages, in order to detect cars or various other objects. So now, depending on the requirements, we are able to help you with this integration in one of the three different ways. The first one is there are certain modules that are readily available in FlightNow, and those can be easily integrated, or those can be easily made available to any of our customers. customers. The second option is where we provide the APIs for getting the video feed from FlightNow platform, and now you can use your own IP, your own modules, or your own AI and ML modules to work on that video data and generate the output, the desired output. So in this case, while FlightNow does not have maybe the specific modules that you are looking for, but if you have that in-house, you can easily integrate it using our APIs and get the desired output. In the third case, where you probably do not have those modules, but these are available from a third-party source. So the third-party modules available, again, using API integration, it is possible to easily integrate the video feed from the drones from the FlightNow platform to the AI ML, the other party which is providing you the AI ML technology for detection, and get the job done. Moving to the next slide, please. The next question that we often come across is the deployment options. So in case of security, again, there are certain customers who are particularly looking for on-premise or private cloud deployments. So those options are available. Of course, the most common option is the multi-tenant option, so which is the default option where Flightbase manages everything for you. However, if you're looking for a private cloud or an on-premise option, those are available as well. Moving to the next slide, please. Security, of course, is a big concern. So using drones for security, the drones themselves need to be secure. The entire infrastructure needs to be secure. So there are various things that we already have in place in order to ensure that the security is taken care of. Everything is encrypted. There is no two-factor authentication. There is a single sign-on based on security protocols. And there are roles and permissions available in order to make sure that you are able to share the right data with the right people in your team. Extensibility is a big theme at FlightNow. So we want to make sure that whatever you are doing with drones is easily integrated with the rest of your business applications. So what we discussed earlier, like for example, VMS or UTM. So all those different technologies and products can be easily integrated with FlightNow to help you get a full-fledged security solution working for you. And this is possible because of the unified APIs that we provide. So everything at FlightNow is powered by these extensible APIs. The implementation is extremely easy. A lot of documentation is available for integrating these APIs and making sure that your entire solution works. We have a virtual environment available. So this is very powerful when you are doing any sort of API integration or any sort of custom development on top of FlightNow platform. So using virtual drones, you get a sandbox environment where everything can be thoroughly tested before it is deployed on real systems. And of course, everything is highly scalable. Everything is deployed in the cloud. It is highly scalable, secure, and so on. The list of APIs, there's a list of APIs on the left. The navigation APIs, control APIs, telemetry, payload, video streaming, and of course, there are flight dock or precision landing APIs, as well as the APIs for controlling your docking stations. Moving ahead. So here is a quick overview of the pricing. So this is the question that again is asked very frequently. So this is available on our website as well. So the first tier is the pro tier, which is the getting started kind of a tier where you get all the basic features. There is no onboarding fee. It's available for a very low price where you can immediately go and start using the platform. The middle tier is the business tier where we integrate several other critical features that are required for a commercial deployment, and this is available again for a very low annual fee as well as a small onboarding fee. And the final one is the enterprise tier. The details on these tiers are available on our website. There are a lot of optional modules available for the enterprise tier, and based on the modules that you need for your operations, we are able to customize it for you. And there is an onboarding fee associated with these customizations, and then of course there is an annual fee. There are of course volume discounts available as well as term discounts available. So depending on the size of your deployment and the duration of your deployment, we are able to work out a solution or a pricing for you that is suitable for your deployment. Moving ahead. So with this, we would like you to try this out. So a lot of documentation is available online. The the pro variant of our solution is available for a free trial. You can go online, you can get started on your own. If you need any help, there is a lot of help and support available. You can reach out to us over email, over call. We can set up a call with you to make sure that you are able to successfully use the application. So with this, we'll open for question and answers.
Yes. I think there is certain internet glitch with the Q&A section. I request all viewers to kindly put in their question and answers in the chat section. Meanwhile, I will take the questions that are already there. So one of our viewers have asked, if we are in USA and we have an issue with the app, how do we get client support with the time difference?
Sure. So we have number of support options available. We have customers across 125 countries right now. So we have global customers from different parts of the world. If you're particularly located in the US, we have a customer success team based out of US. So we will of course be able to provide you, with the phone number that you can call in case of any problem. And of course, email and other options are available for support.
So, Nitin, we also have a concern with regards to the cost of the enterprise plan. If you would want to share some insights.
Right. So again, as we mentioned, that enterprise plan is a plan which is customized to the requirements of an enterprise customer. So depending on the modules that you are interested in, like for example, integration with a particular UTM or integration with a particular docking station solution, or many of the other options that need to be customized depending on your requirements. So we do all of that, and based on how many modules or what kind of modules are necessary for your deployment, we are able to figure out the pricing. The typical pricing is anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000 as an onboarding fee for a one-time configuration, and then annual fee is anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 per drone per year.
Thank you, Nitin. We have another question is, how can we adjust the parameters to compensate for wind while taking off in congested areas?
Right. So few parameters are available in the dashboard. Like for example, you can set your takeoff altitude and things like that. Beyond that, for a windy condition or for any sort of weather condition, it is the capability of the autopilot to keep the drone with certain stability. What FlightNow does is FlightNow sends waypoints or GPS coordinates to the drone. But if your drone does not have the capability to hold on to winds beyond a certain limit, there is nothing that FlightNow can do in those situations. So that is the capability of the drone itself to be able to hold on to a particular coordinate.
All right. So we have another question where one of our attendees have asked if they would want to get a quick getting started video series for flight products, and how to use FlightNow and the trial. So we can definitely help you with the links on the email, as well as once the webinar is over. Moving to the next question, one of our attendees asked do you travel to an area of operation to take into account the terrain obstacles and local regulations?
So as of now, how we work is, we are basically a software solution provider. We work with system integrators who put all these components together, in the sense that our software coupled with a suitable drone and a docking station, they put everything together, and then they are able to work with the end users in different parts of the world and help them with the deployments. Answering the question, so basically we are not the right people to travel and to figure out the terrain and help you set the waypoints, etc. That will be done by one of our system integration partners. But if you have any such requirement, you can get in touch with us, and we will be able to introduce you to a suitable system integrator in your geography who can work closely with you and get everything done.
Okay, so thank you, Nitin. We have another question. Have we explored integration with Skydio?
So not yet. So Skydio, the challenge is their SDKs or APIs are not yet openly available. So we do not have access to their SDKs and APIs. So if anybody is able to help us get that access, we will be happy to integrate that with FlightNow as well.
Another question states that would we be able to integrate a weather station, and would that add an additional cost?
Yes, we will be able to add a weather station. Now, if that is something which we have already integrated with, then there will be no additional cost or very small additional cost. However, if there is a weather station that is not already integrated with FlightNow, there will be an additional cost. But no, please get in touch with us with your requirements. We will be happy to work with you and figure out how best this can be done. Okay. So next question is, do you need any additional hardware fitted on your drone for communications? Yes. So depending on the kind of drone, for certain drones, what we do is we connect the additional hardware to your RC. That is on your ground station setup, which will then communicate to our cloud. However, if you are using a Pixhawk based drone or an DJI Matrix kind of a drone, where we can place an onboard computer, in which case we place an onboard computer on the drone, which can directly then communicate to the cloud. So again, get in touch with us and we will be able to help you identify the right hardware that is suitable for your application. There is a question on, I have a proprietary UTM app. Is there any integration API that I can use? So if you have a proprietary UTM, so one option is you can use our APIs. So the documentation is available online, all the details are available. You can go through that. Either you can do it yourself, or the other option is come and talk to us and we can figure out how best we can integrate your proprietary UTM within FlightNow. And in fact, if you want to make it available to other users as well, we can discuss that. Another question is it possible to create a mobile docking station for mobile land and takeoff using PROS? So from what I understand is, I think they're talking about a docking station that is mobile, in the sense it is being carried in a pickup truck or something, and you're able to take off and land on that mobile station. So this is possible. So we do have a precision landing module which can work with a mobile platform as well. So if it is a moving platform, we are able to precisely land on that moving platform. Another question is on the accuracy of landing on the drone box or port. Do you need additional camera or RTF? So the landing accuracy is around 10 to 15 centimeters on the docking station. In many cases it is less than that, but that is the upper bound. Yes, we do need an additional camera in case of a custom drone. However, if you have a drone that has a built-in camera, like any of the DJI drones, then we are able to use that built-in camera to get the landing done. It is vision based, yes. There is a question on compatibility with unique drones. So no, currently we do not support unique drones. However, if you have an application where you are really looking for that compatibility, please talk to us and we'll be able to figure out if we can add that for you. There is a question on, do you have an integration with cameras that may use OCR on freight containers? So we will have to discuss with you what sort of a camera this is. In most cases, most cameras use standard protocols. And if your camera is using any of those standard protocols, we should be able to integrate that fairly easily. So yes, this is possible. The next question is on weather stations. What sort of weather stations are available? So most of these weather stations are available from your docking station provider. Again, depending on which docking station you select, it may be available as a standard accessory or in some cases as an optional component. So please speak to your docking station provider and they will be able to help you with a suitable weather station. The question is on getting started with flight-based products and how to find documentation and help. So this is available on the website. Again, we'll be able to send you all the links to online documentation, videos, getting started tutorials, and so on. If you don't find anything, feel free to reach out to our support channels, and we will be able to set you off with this. Otherwise, we are also planning to conduct a webinar series on getting started with flight-based products, and you will hear about it soon. There is a question on support for NP-NT, that is for India specific use case. So sorry, this is not supported right now because NP-NT hardware itself is not easily available as of now. There is a question on specific features for defense industry. So we do not operate in defense industry as such. We are primarily focused on commercial applications. There is a question on thermal cameras. So we already, I think, showed in this webinar how thermal cameras can be used with FlightNow. So we have integration with all thermal cameras that come as standard equipment on any of the DJI products. If you have a custom thermal camera, again, please talk to us, please send us the details, and we will be able to tell you whether it is already supported or not. I think I have covered most of the questions. There is a question on delivery applications. For delivery operations, do you also offer customer end applications? So yes, we do have a version of FlightNow that is suited for delivery applications. We will maybe conduct another webinar where we will talk about the delivery applications for FlightNow, and that is a very different dashboard where we have an operator, receiver, and a central controller dashboards available that is entirely built for delivery applications. So again, check out our website for more details, and if you need any particular information, get in touch with us for delivery. There is a question on AI and the cost of AI solution. So again, please send us a message and we will be able to help you with the exact pricing. I think we have covered most of the questions. Let me quickly check. Okay, there is a question on how many drones can be managed at one time on FlightNow. Is there a limit? No, there is no limit. It is unlimited. You can control as many drones as you need from a single dashboard. There is a question on I am using Mobotix. Have you used them ever on the drones? No, sorry, we're not familiar with Mobotix. Maybe you can drop us an email and we will be able to find it out for you. There is a question on encryption while communication. Yes, so all the communication is encrypted. There is a question on FlightOS working with RPi. So what we recommend is actually an Odroid platform, and in many cases, like if you're using a DJI Mavic or DJI Mini or one of those platforms, you can just use your Android or iOS devices and connect with FlightNow. I think we have covered most of the questions. So again, if you have any other particular questions that were not answered to your satisfaction, or if you have more questions, please feel free to drop us a line. We will make sure to get back to you. And if there is any further, you need any customizations or you need any particular support for a drone or camera or docking station, again, talk to us, and we will be able to find a way to get it done quickly for you.
Yes, so thank you everyone. Thank you, Nitin. We are going to end this webinar right now. So to all the attendees, have a good day.